Hey, Trey Veston here, and today we are going to be shooting 10mm. This is my Springfield Armory XDM Elite OSP 3.8 inch 10mm, and I finally got my hands on some accurate number 9 powder. So I hear that's the best stuff for the 10 mil. So I've got a plethora of loads to try out today. 2 different types of bullets, 220 grain jacketed from RMR. They're on sale for like 75 bucks per 500. And then I've got the good old 180 grain Hornady XTPs, and we're starting at 10.5 grains for the 220s, laddering up to 12.3, and for the 180 grains we're starting at 12.3, laddering up to 13.5. And I threw in some 180 grain or 190 grain hand cast bullets that I made, and I've got some HSM bear loads, 200 grain for the 10 mil, and I got a chronograph out here today. It's my first one. It's cheap, Caldwell, 100 something bucks, but I'm going to see how it works and see how the different loads compare, and especially with the 3.8 inch barrel, it should be interesting to see what happens. So I'll be taking notes and try some accuracy and try not to bore you with rambling like I am right now. Alrighty, let's get shooting. Alrighty, we completed the 220 grains bullets, and yeah, I have to go and look what the feet per second rating should be, and we'll do that in an after action review. But let's go take a look at how accurate they were. I'm shooting at 25 yards. Oh, and a shout out, the shirt, got this from a fellow YouTuber, Dork in the Road. He does an awesome job reviewing adventure bikes. I've been subscribed to his channel and soaking up all the info. He's got a great way of explaining things, and so yeah, and his shirts are high quality. They're not like the other channels where they have like the thinnest t-shirt. But anyway, let's go check out those results, and maybe Dork in the Road will send me a free sticker or something. Alrighty. Okay, this is at 25 yards. We started with the HSM. I only shot 3 of those. It's the upper left-hand corner, and they are right at 2 inches. 2 inches. And they went 1,055, 1,045, and 1,062. And that's, I guess not bad, 200 grain bullet. But then we shot the 220 grains, and we shot 5 rounds of each one of these loads, and they went 1,019, 1,027, 1,011, and then they started slowing down, 988, 969, and that group was 2 inches. So 2 inches, 25 yards, not too bad. We go down to here, and things look like they tightened up quite a bit. And those are, let's flip the paper here, 220 grain, 11 grains of number 9, and those came in at 1.5 inches. Yeah, it's right about 1.5 inches. 1.5 inch group, that's pretty freaking good. So, and those were 1,046, 1,082, 1036, 1027, 1049. So deviation's not too bad. That's more of an indication of me than the powder, I think. Just my, I have an old RCBS powder measure that I'm using. So, alrighty, and we'll go to next one, 11.5. That was down here, and that opened up a little bit. Well, yeah, 2 5/8. It's the largest group, and that's 1156, 1166, 1169, 1189 is really pretty consistent. And then I got error too, which means that the rear sensor didn't pick it up. So then I went to the max grains, which is 12.3, and I put a little ouch there because they hurt. And they're at 1182, 1180, 1195, and then 1131. I don't know why that one, that's probably me. And then 1202, so we got just over 1,200 feet per second out of one of those. And the group size was super tight. And that's, ooh, yeah, we're at 1 1/4. Oh, we got that one's a little further. That's about 1 1/2. So 1 1/2 groups, 1 1/2 inch groups. Alrighty, so cool. I'm happy with those results. The chronograph is working pretty well. So let's go on to the 180 grain XTPs and see what those do. Yeah, one thing that's really impressed me with the 10 millimeter is just how far it will throw brass. The furthest piece of brass is this little guy, and I've got all my max loads. I put a little red line around the primer so I know when I'm picking up brass which ones are to check for primer flattening. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. There's a little, obviously some violence on it, but this piece of brass was picked up here and that's 30 feet from the pistol, and most of the other brass it's out here about 25 feet. So, but it's throwing the brass up and over the HHR and over here. So it's a little funny 10 millimeter aside. So all right, let's keep ready. Here we are, and we got the XTP results in, which was misdefined. The 220s I think were a little bit more accurate, but the 180 grain Hornady XTP with 12.3 grains of number 9 got me the holy grail of 1 inch groups. 5-shot 1 inch group, 25 yards with a rest. And numbers on that were 1168, 1152, 1163, 1135, and 1139. So quite a bunch of deviation in there between 1135 up to 1168. So, but still, got a 1 inch out of it. Next one, we went to 13 grains of number 9 in the XTP, and it went up to 2.5 inches. And yeah, it was kind of ugly. So now it's 1248, then we got an error, and 1231, 1224, and 1239. And you'll notice I was slowly adjusting the sights because I was way to the right here. So then I moved it over, got it to there. Next one was pretty much dead on, but I couldn't see these. I thought it was still hitting here, so I adjusted again and went too far this way. So then readjusted and got it dead on there. So anyway, this third one, let's see, that was 13.2 grains of number 9, and that opened up to 2 1/8, which still at 25 yards when you're getting 2 inch groups with a handgun, it's still not too bad. But those speeds were 1264, 1248, 1227, 1253, and 1240. And then I was supposed to go to the cast bullets, 190 grain, but the Springfield didn't like them. They'll feed my Glock just fine, but no bueno on the Springfield, so we didn't get to do the cast. So we went up to the 13.5 grains, and that went up to 4 inches. It was a decent little group going, and then boom, it had a flyer, and the powder deviations were 1279, 1274, 1257, 1267, 1262. So they're all pretty close between 1257 and 1279, but still had that flyer, so I'm not sure what was going on there. Then the last group I just shot, I used 13.5 grains again with the 180 grain XTPs. And that was 1268, 1279, 1282, 1262, 1256. So the 1262 and 1256 are the last 2 shots. The first 3 were under 1 inch. And then the last 2, which looks like I need to start paying more attention to powder charges, because those 2 lower ones, those 1262 and 1256, dropped down here and opened it up to 1 inch and 7/8. So, but there you are. That's my experiment with 180 grain XTPs and 220 grain RMRs, and my first time ever using accurate number 9. And I'm super happy with it. It's it's an awesome powder. I just hope I can get some more of it. I found some on Powder Valley, and I just got 2 cans because I wasn't sure if I'd like it, and yeah, daddy like. So I need to find some more of it, and because yeah, I'm super happy with the results. It's a little snappy, but it's a 10 millimeter and it's going, you know, nearly 1,300 feet per second. So I'm happy. So alrighty. And obligatory sign off from Eastern Washington. It's a beautiful day. It's 75 degrees. We got some thunderstorms building to the east, but overall it's almost perfect day for shooting. Barely any wind, and chronograph worked perfectly. And so alrighty, we'll try and figure out something else fun to shoot next. All right, from the Great Northwest, Trey Veston out.